So go ahead. Build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
167 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word.
Golders!
Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today
a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Good evening, folks. You are looking live at beautiful Falcon Stadium on East Kentwood High School's campus, where we're going to enjoy a Week 4 matchup between the South Christian Sailors and Wyoming Wolves. Tonight's game is going to kick off OK Gold Conference play. Sailors coming in at number 3 on the Michigan Sports Radio Remax United Power Poll behind Rockford and Zeeland West. That matchup is going to be in a couple weeks here. But focusing in on tonight, we're going to have a good one here. Stay tuned for the Sobey Company pregame show live here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Founded in 1969, J&H Family Stores has grown from a single tank truck to over 50 convenience store locations in West Michigan. Our locations offer a variety of fuel options ranging from Exxon, Mobil, Marathon, and Citgo. At many of our stores, you'll also be pleased to find a Tim Hortons or Subway. Find the location near you by visiting myjhfamilystores.com. There's one in your neighborhood.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your...
Good evening and welcome back, sports fans. We got a great one here tonight between the South Christian Sailors and the Wyoming Wolves. It's going to be a fun one. This one's going to kick off OK Gold Conference play for both teams. South Christian coming off a red-hot 3-0 start, a 42-27 victory over Grand Rapids Christian, a 42-28 victory over East Grand Rapids, and then last week an absolute thriller between South Christian and the West Catholic Falcons, where they squeaked one away 41-38 here. Wyoming Wolves come in tonight coming off a victory over Ottawa Hills, and then two losses before that. lost to Sparta 48-8, and Northview 57-6. So the Wyoming Wolves looking to get back on track and try to find a hot start here in OK Gold Conference play. I'm joined tonight by a very special guest, a former South Christian captain, and more probably well known around these parks as a former 7th, 8th, 9th, and JV coach, but I think it was just 10th grade. Chad Hooksma is on the mic. Chad, good to have you here.
Happy to be here. It's a beautiful fall Michigan night for football. And, as a player, as a coach, as a fan, couldn't have picked anyone better to kick off the night, kick off the weekend, and see some good action.
And it is South Christian Community Night, so a lot of festivities happening on the campus and around the complex this evening. South Christian, again, hot start. They've got the Wyoming Wolves, traditionally, maybe not the greatest program, but looking to rejuvenate and reignite things. Going into this week, it should be a fun one here. We'll be back after this break. We're going to interview Zach Blackwire prior to this game. Stay tuned. Sobey Company pregame show.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers, select varieties of Farmland sliced bacon, or Kool-Aid Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's.
Yay. We love our guests.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
from Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
All right, folks, welcome back. As part of the Sobey Company pregame halftime show, we are joined by Coach Zach Blackwire. Coach, great to have you here tonight on this beautiful September evening as South celebrates Community Night here, and we've got a fun one against the Wyoming Wolves. First 3 weeks, absolute thrillers. Now we kind of bounce back into tonight, and Wyoming, not maybe traditionally a powerhouse program. You also have some doozies coming up in the coming weeks here. What was the mentality like in the locker room? What were we telling the team this week to prepare for the Wolves?
Yeah, we never look ahead. I mean, Wyoming's got some real talent. Number 28's one of the better football players I've seen in a while, and they're big on the line both ways. And so that doesn't even enter our mind looking over any week. I think you probably remember Whalen last year at the end of the season, and our guys were just flat. We just went about business as normal and really didn't talk about the opponent. The big thing is just focus on ourselves.
I think the injury to Bryce Canyon was one that maybe a little more, at least unexpected for us here in the booth. And then we saw, make sure to get the name right, Brady Schultz come in last week, the freshman, coming into key moments as a cornerback. Tell us about this freshman.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun because I'm friends with his dad, Ricky, and, I've known Brody. I go and hit golf balls in a simulator. So I know Brody pretty well, and just to have him on varsity is just a cool thing. He's talented. He's a competitor. He's exactly what we want in a South Christian football player, and we're just happy to have him. He's a good kid.
They played well last week, and I won't ask about the Kenyon injury just to keep things under wrap for opponents. I'm sure opponents are listening, of course. But, Coach, thanks so much. Excited for this evening's action. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
We'll be back right after this.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
Mosquitoes outnumber humans by like 1,000,000 to 1. So who are you giving your blood to? The humans or the mosquitoes? It's us versus them. And I think they're winning. So donate blood with Versity Blood Center of Michigan today.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
We are 30 seconds away from kickoff, or away from the national anthem on this beautiful 77-degree evening in Kentwood, Michigan, as we host the South Christian Sailors versus the Wyoming Wolves. Thanks to Zach Blackwire for the Sobe pregame coach's interview. So, Chad, talking about tonight, talking about this matchup with Wyoming. Coach is talking about how got to treat it like every week. Your day's coaching. What's the message to the team starting Monday morning? And actually, Chad, we're going to get back to you here. We're going to tune in to what is the wonderful pageantry that is high school football and the national anthem. So enjoy this.
Our veterans are pillar members in our community, and we are proud of all veterans in attendance with us tonight. Civilian gentlemen, please remove your hats. Active and retired military, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute. And everyone able, please stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart as Mr. Chad Rosema and the South Christian Marching Band lead us in the playing of our national anthem.
It doesn't get much better than that, does it? So, Chad, back to the original question here. What's the approach for this Sailor football team?
Yeah, I think as Zach said, it's got the same message we talked about before preparing for this game. You can't overlook any team, right? Whether it's somebody that has a 1-2 record, somebody that's got a 3-0 record, that mentality has to be the same, that each week is a new week. You start 0-0, and you want to finish 1-0, and that's the goal. You got to be focused. You got to be disciplined. There's a lot of stuff that we've seen that South has to work on, and we're going to hopefully see that tonight and keep the foot on the gas pedal, as they like to say, to keep going after a perfect season.
Definitely a don't-look-ahead game tonight for the Sailors. This will be the 5th meeting between these two teams. Of course, back in 2012, Wyoming Park and Wyoming Rogers combined to make the Wyoming Wolves, and since then it's been a kind of a consistent rebuilding. They've had 2 winning seasons back in 2012 and 2016, I believe. Last year going 1-8, as well as the 2022 season going 1-8, and really only had 2 wins over the past 3 seasons. So Coach Carlson Brewster's in his 4th season, really looking to turn things around. He had a big quote this offseason, which is saying we're looking for consistency. Each quarter, looking to get a little bit better. This is also this first time in his tenure that he has had a returning starting quarterback, and that's going to be Jay Johnson, number 13. And so we'll see what tonight holds for the Wolves of Wyoming. Wyoming won the toss. It's going to defer, which means the Sailors are going to get the ball. Brody Schultz, Owen Burgess. Brody mentioned, of course, early in this game, the freshman who's had to come up in the absence of Bryce Kenyon and has played really well, especially in his first appearance last week. And Owen Burgess, of course, who was the Big O Smokehouse player of the game against West Catholic a week ago, will be on for the return. South Christian in their all blues, blue pants, blue jerseys, white helmet with the blue stripe. It's a great look. Wyoming in their purple pants, white jersey, and the black helmets. Again, we're looking at 77 degrees, an absolutely perfect night for a football game here as we kick off this OK Gold Conference season. Wyoming on for the kick. It's a short kick. It's going to bounce right in front of Burgess. Burgess on the return, going from the right to the left. Gets a hole, gets a really nice block. He's got nothing but green space in front of him. And just like that, 8 seconds into this game, Owen Burgess bringing it to the house.
Well, that's a way to start the game, no doubt about it. Hey, shout out to Benjamin Buter for that nice block. I don't know if you guys could see it on the broadcast, but number 68, Ben Buter. Awesome block, clearing out the front line to create that ending space for Burgess.
There was nobody close to Owen Burgess on that 75-yard return to kick things off, give South Christian the 6-0 start. That's exactly what you want in a game like this, Chad.
He's pumped. That's a lot of fun to see, playing a big part in the first score. Special teams sometimes a good time to get some playing time, and scoring one play, not even having the offense come out. Like you said, couldn't ask for any better.
Wyatt Saul on for the kick. South Christian looking to get a little bit organized. Benjamin Buter coming in for a late substitution on this point after. Low snap, kick is up, flutters through, and it is good. And just like that, 10 seconds into this game, South Christian Sailors on the board, 7-0, hot start. Tune in here, don't go anywhere. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Blinds of Michigan helps area homeowners transform the interior of their homes. Locally owned and operated, Budget Blinds is known for being West Michigan's go-to provider of custom window coverings, offering free in-home design consultations and high-quality window coverings at affordable prices. Make it fun and easy to upgrade home decor. Check out their showroom on the north end of Rockford on 14 Mile Road, or check them out at budgetblinds.com.
And in case you were just getting to your couch late and you missed that, Owen Burgess houses a 75-yard return for the South Christian Sailors to take a quick 7-0 lead to kick off this game. Wyatt Saul on for the field goal, on for the kickoff. Moses Brown, Jr., on for the return, along with Jaden Flowers, another junior, looking to return this kick and answer Owen Burgess' return. Kick is away. It's going to be fielded, about miscommunication on the return, but it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Wyoming's going to get the ball on the 20-yard line. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Actually, let me go back here. I didn't get a chance to talk about the kickoff. That kickoff was brought to you by Family Fare. Family Fare's all-natural, boneless New York strip, only $7.99 a pound. Shop familyfare.com for all the specials. So as we mentioned in this game, this is going to be Brewster's head coach for the Wyoming Wolves' first season where he's going to get a returning quarterback. Jay Johnson is going to be leading this Wolves offense, expecting big things out of the senior quarterback. Johnson's going to take the snap, give it off to Jack Terveen, on the carry. He's going to get about 5 yards on that first down carry. 2nd and 5 here for the Sailors. As Zach mentioned, Coach Blackwell mentioned at the beginning of this game, he said that Jack Terveen is one of the best backs that Sailors are going to face, one of the best players that they're going to face this season. So this is an opponent you really can't underestimate.
Yeah, we saw there he's got some size, took a few Sailors to bring him down. We'll see what more he can do.
Johnson's going to take the snap, direct QB run to the right-hand side, but all of a sudden swarmed and gobbled up by the Sailors. Brody Schultz in on the tackle, coming down from the cornerback position to clean up on that second down.
Looks like Jack Terveen can block a little bit as well. Surprised Rowan DeCam maybe a little bit. He came to play some football.
Rowan DeCam, a name that we've said all season thus far, has been very active on defense, leading that defensive unit, that middle linebacker position, alongside with Chuck DeHaan. Started the season off as safety and has moved down to his linebacker position. It's paid dividends. 3rd down for the Wolves. Jack Terveen lined up, bit of a slot back, was going to go back into the running back position, offset to the right. Johnson takes the snap. He's going to give it to Terveen. Terveen's got some space up the left-hand side, crosses the 30, gets hit by a couple Sailors, eventually brought down for the first down by Brody Schultz again, who's been active on that left side.
A little bit of bend, don't break to start. We'll see what the Sailors can do. So far, size and speed have helped get the first down for them, and hopefully the Sailors will adjust.
It's a big Wyoming offensive line led by some big old tackles. Jackson, Lamroy line up on the right-hand side. Johnson's going to take the snap, drops back to pass, is going to look deep for his man, Moses. Moses well defended by 2 Sailors, especially Owen Burgess, joined by Noah Klump. Good defense there as Wyoming takes a deep ball shot early in this game.
Yeah, it looks like number 5, Latavian White, ran a post route across the middle. Didn't see exactly what coverage South was running, but he was open in the middle if the quarterback has his eyes on him. South got a little lucky there. Again, got to play disciplined football in these types of games.
Another weapon to watch out for from this Wyoming offense is Julian Tassano. He's a wide receiver, tight end. As Johnson takes the snap, gets hit at about a 3-yard run up the middle. Nice gain on first down. That'll work for Wyoming Park, brought down there by Parker Hennigan. That's good movement on first down. That's exactly what the Wolves are looking for.
3rd down, actually, right, with that incompletion. But, hey, manageable setup for South here. We'll see what they can do. Likely pass, and hopefully they've got themselves in position to go make a play.
You're right, that was 2nd down. We're looking at a 3rd and 6. Johnson's going to roll to his right. He's looking, trying to call out a blocker. Bobbled, then picked off by Noah Klump. Great read by the safety, jumping that route that Johnson was looking at the whole way.
Wow. Noah Klump stepped in front, bobbled it a few times, but had the composure, the concentration to bring it down. He is rightfully pumped up, ready to go.
He's had a really nice season on defense. The juniors really come in. He came in big against Grand Rapids Christian week 1, recovering that fumble in the end of the first half. Hasn't looked back. He's been a difference maker on the field for this South Christian defense.
2 big plays, one on the kick return. Now interception, great field position for South. Let's see what the offense can do.
This is not what Wyoming wants to do, is give Carson Viss the ball. This play-action pass is going to hit Burgess on a slant, and just nothing but green grass in front of him for another touchdown. A 39-yard slant route strike to Owen Burgess from Carson Viss.
You had the outside linebacker there. Carson did a nice job of threading that. Their D-backs were 10, 15 yards off the ball. Burgess had all day, too much speed, wide open space. He's going to go get after it. Finds a goal in the end zone.
So, Chad, you have the enjoyable / not enjoyable role and a job tonight of picking out the big old smokehouse player of the game. Maybe number 2 might be one that you're going to write down here early. And we're only a couple minutes into this game. Wyatt Saul on for the kick. Afterwards, right through the middle. Extra point is good. South Christian up 14-0, 8:39 to go in this game. Don't go anywhere. Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
All right, welcome back, everybody. South Christian with another score on the board, making it 14-0. Great pass from Carson Viss to Owen Burgess, 39 yards, one play, 8 seconds. As we mentioned before, great interception to kick that off by Noah Klump.
South Christian really feasted on that slant route last week against West Catholic. That's been there, and utilizing it again tonight for great success. Putting the Sailors up 14-0. 8:39 to go in this game. Exactly how you want to kick off this matchup. Jaden Flowers, Moses Brown, deep for the Wolves. Saul on for the kick. Deep into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch that action tomorrow when the Knights travel to Anderson. Tune into the game at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time on Michigan Sports Radio to catch that action. Calvin Knights are 1-1 in their inaugural season, looking to get back in the winning column.
A few Sailors to note on that team. Chase Bradman, starting quarterback. Seth Ritzma had a touchdown catch last week. I think I saw a few other players on the team as well, so good to see some Sailors and a lot of young West Michigan players as well making a contribution.
Johnson's going to take the ball, run up the right-hand side, looking for the option there. He's going to keep it himself. Chuck DeHaan on for the tackle for the Sailors. Going to be about a no gain on that first down. Option keeper.
Good athleticism there by number 17, Gavin Bauma. Quarterback, they were running the option, looked to go to running back. He stepped outside, but then collapsed back down and was able to force that into DeHaan. So nice discipline there.
Bauma and Fenema have played really well at those defense end positions the last couple weeks and looking to do the same again today. Wyoming Park is going to get flag for a false start in the second down play. Penalties like that are things that this Wyoming Wolves offense cannot afford to do.
Yeah, especially with what South's been able to do. You've got to play a near-perfect game, playing this caliber of competition.
In at cornerback, looks like Burgess is out of the game. Nathan Boomsma in at quarterback, opposite side of Brody Schultz. Burgess getting a well-deserved rest as he's been quite busy today. 2nd and 15, Wolves behind the sticks. Ball on their own 15-yard line. 7:46 to go in this first quarter. Johnson's taking the snap. We're going to run it to the left-hand side. But just as we mentioned before, Bama in on the tackle.
Nice job by Rowan DeCam there as well. Good discipline. Outside linebackers. Your job, make sure if you can force that ball back inside, have the rest of your teammates come and help you. They call it spilling, so they're pushing that guy horizontally. Don't allow him to get north and south. Go east-west. Spill him out. Trust the guy to go make a good play, go make a tackle, wrap up, do what you've practiced for the past probably 6 to 8 weeks now.
Big third and long here. They're going to give the ball to Terveen up the left-hand side, just trying to get something on this third and long. Going to get maybe two yards there, brought down by Schultz. Said his name a couple times already today. Puts the Wolves in a 4th and long. Here's they're going to punt the ball off Burgess.
Terveen is definitely a player. I mean, even in that play, he was stopped in the backfield, but he put his foot down, had a couple sailors trying to bring him down. They pushed him out of bounds, but they still couldn't bring him down. So, as Coach Blackboyer had said, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, Wyoming cannot afford to go backwards on first down. The key to them staying in this game is going to be getting 2 or 3 yards on first down to make these third downs more manageable, and they didn't do that here. So Wolves on for the punt. It's going to be a high, short kick, going to bounce at the 40-yard line. Sailors are all going to back off it. It's going to take a Wyoming roll to about the 50-yard line, almost exactly on it, as South Christian's going to get the ball back with really, really good field position. We'll stay right here as the Sailors offense comes onto the field. Chad, someone I've been really impressed with this season is this running back, Isaac Osterhaven. He's played really well, the sophomore has, coming in, taking carries, keeping defense honest, running the ball up the middle.
Yeah, Isaac is a transfer. He had been going to the Wayland elementary and middle schools before coming up into the South program. So great to have him on our side for sure.
Hilario Menares bringing down aforementioned Osterhaven on that 1-yard first down carry. Yeah, definitely a welcome addition to this program. Kid runs hard and really is a good balance for Carson Vista in that South Christian run game.
Isaac's dad played in the early 2000s, and actually he wears 34 just like his dad does, so pretty cool tribute to his dad.
Burgess in motion at the top of the screen. This is going to take the snap, play action, dropping back, looking deep to a wide open Tyler Brinks. Brings it down at about the 7-yard line, eventually brought down by Khalid Poole. 39-yard conversion on a beautiful strike from a connection we've seen all year.
Just too much space. At this point, Wyoming's got to bear down a little bit, I think. And I feel like they probably have the athletes to try and stay with South in some type of man-to-man, maybe man cover 2 with some help over top. But giving these guys 10, 15 yards is just too much. They're too good of athletes to do that.
This is going to take the snap, give it off to Osterhaven. Osterhaven with plenty of room, bounces off some great blocks, not even touched as he carries the ball into the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown. Isaac Osterhaven on that carry for the 6.
We called his name and he stepped up. Called his name. Well done. Good to see blocking both from the receivers. A couple receivers in on those blocks. Saw some Chuck DeHaan action. I think Ty Briggs was in on that. That left side of that line, too, sticking with their guys, letting Isaac do the rest and go find the end zone.
Yep, great downfield blocking by both the receivers and, of course, that offensive line. It was really started to put some things together, but they're using tonight as an opportunity to get some more reps in. Saul on for the kick. He's good, 3 for 3 at point afters. South Christian Sailors up big in this first quarter, 21-0. We'll be right back. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Jet. Jets has been making the best Detroit-style pizza on the planet for over 40 years. Because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe. All baked to perfection for the thickest golden crunch. So go ahead, build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties, like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Beautiful night here, mid-September. Sailors put another score up on the board. This one by Osterhaven, 10-yard run. Overall drive, 3 plays, 50 yards, 1 minute, 9 seconds. Big play, Carson Viss, 39 yards to one of his favorite targets, Ty Brinks. 5:36 left on the clock, and it's already 21-0. South is getting exactly off to the start that they want it to be at.
Saul on for this kick. Chad, if you're Brewster, head coach for Wyoming, what's your message to the team right now? You just got smacked in the mouth on 3 touchdowns. What do you tell your guys going out? What do you tell your offense going out on this drive? As Saul kicks it off, it's going to bounce right at the goal line into the end zone, touchback.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we got to start with a 0-0 mentality. 21 points down, we have to go win this drive, and we have to go win the next drive and the next one and the next one. And that's tough, and football is certainly a game of momentum, but you've got to start with the momentum. You talked about it when they turned the ball over last time. They've got to get positive yardage on first down, stick to what you know, and get after it. Plenty of football games have started 21-0, and teams have come back. And you've seen that in high-caliber games. I can point to a Unity Christian Chelsea game. Some may remember that. And this game is not over, and you got to start now.
Jack Trevine is going to get the carry. He's the one you want to have get the ball to kick things off with a really nice, hard 10-yard run on first down. Brady Van Nord eventually brought him down, but not before Trevine could get the first down. That's what you got to do. Kick things off. Just give it to 28 and try to get some big yards on first down.
Nice blocks there by left tackle. Looked like a few receivers sticking with that block, giving Trevine some room, and that's what you want. Like we said, Coach Brewster, that's the message. Now you got to go back and make another play.
First down for the Wolves. Ball on their 31-yard line. Johnson's going to roll to the right. They're going to try to cut it back upfield, but Sailors in great pursuit. Eventually brought down by Lucas Lambert. Nice pursuit there by that South Christian defense.
Yeah, nice job too there. Noah Klump playing safety, coming down, not cutting inside. Again, we talked about it. You got to force, if you're that outside contain as a defensive back, force that guy back in the middle, trust the team to make it. And he did a nice job there, staying square to the field, coming in, forcing his guy down, and Lambert came to clean up the rest.
As mentioned before, the Wolves have some pretty good-sized tackles. Jackson Larmo, the senior, number 72, as well as Kiri Jakubowski, the other tackle. Big boys who are going to try to clear up some space for Jack Trevine. Unfortunately, false start on that second down. Going to put the Wyoming Wolves in a disadvantageous position.
Got to stay disciplined. Cannot have those negative yardage plays. 2nd and 14, maybe a tough task.
Timeout there for the Wyoming Wolves. Going to try to get things back on track after that penalty. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
67 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
We're back in action. 4 minutes, 18 seconds go in this first quarter. A fast start for the South Christian Sailors. Kick return for a touchdown, and then a really quick strike for a second touchdown, and then a nice drive that had a 39-yard conversion completion from Carson Viss to Tyler Brinks, and putting the Sailors up 21-0 in this action-packed first quarter. Wyoming trying to get something going on offense. First series of this drive had a first down. Unfortunately, now going backwards as they're in a 2nd and 14 position. They got trips to the right, tight end, lined up to the left-hand side. That's going to be Julian Tisano. Number 5 for the Wolves, Latavion White in motion. Going to give it off to Terveen. Terveen brought down by Rowan DeCam. About a 1-yard carry. Going to give the Wolves a 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13.
Big thing for South here. Just make sure you keep the play in front of you. Safeties down to gains about the 41. They'll probably play just in front of that. Make sure nothing gets deep. Make a tackle, no silly penalties, and get another turnover on downs.
Brady Van Orden at safety for the Sailors. Danny Brown looking to get some guys as much experience tonight as possible. 3rd down, looking for a swing pass to the right-hand side, but perfectly read by Noah Klump to pick that one off for no gain.
Interception. Awesome tackle. Great first quarter for Klump. He is pumped and rightfully should be. That is that's fun to see. 2 former defensive backs can appreciate that play a little bit.
Yeah, he has really come on strong this year, and he's having a really nice junior campaign leading this defensive secondary for the Sailors. Wolves on to punt. Christian Hart going to be on for the kick. Owen Burgess for the return. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go here. Let's see what Burgess can do on this punt return. Some motion there for some action by Sailors. No call. It's going to be a high kick. Sailors are going to have to flee again. Bounces in at about the 48-yard line for the Wolves. Sailors, once again, going to get great field position with 2 minutes, 33 seconds to go in this first quarter. Only in the first quarter.
Yeah, Danny Brown talking to Noah Klump right now. Klump was pretty close to that ball. Got lucky it did not hit him in the helmet or in the legs. That Peter call, poison call, that can be something that the Sailors use. And I don't know if Klump couldn't hear it, but Danny gave him a little talk and got to make sure that you stay away, especially with a little bit of a shorter kick back-to-back now for those punts.
South Christian's going to get their second drive in enemy territory. O'Shaven in motion. Fish drops back, steps up in the pocket, does a bit of a jump pass over to Tyler Brinks on the right-hand side. Incomplete pass. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, these are the games that you really look to improve on the little things. No silly penalties, Chad, as you mentioned. Peter calls, get out of the way, clean it up. Let's work on all those things this week, especially as you're up 21-0.
Yeah, that stuff becomes important, especially a lot of people probably know the schedule ahead, and you just got to make sure that you're disciplined better every week, and that's one of those things.
Play action pass from Viss over to Brinks. He's going to get about 9 yards on that catch. Eventually brought down by Latavion White. Going to have a 3rd and short coming up here for the Sailors. As you mentioned, Forest Hill Central, defending state champion. South Christian's got next week. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, later on in the broadcast. But games like these are ones you can't really look ahead, knowing that one game at a time, but also daunting schedule coming ahead.
This play, I think you got to have the mentality of go get the run. When we need a first down with 1 yard to go on 3rd down, 40-yard line.
And then just play action pass, slant route. We saw it earlier for a touchdown pass. Owen Burgess on the slant, brought down by Gabe Craig and Jaden Flowers. 24-yard completion on that 3rd down.
I'll stand corrected by Zach Blackwire and Coach Kurt Copeland, their passing coordinator. If you got athletes in space and they're going to give you that space, go ahead and throw the ball. That's okay with me too.
Especially that play has worked all season long. So just like that, Sailors on the 15-yard line marching in. Viss looking for Boomsma on that inside slant route on the left-hand side. Eventually brought down by Jaden Flowers. Nice conversion there to Nathan Boomsma.
Yeah, a little bit of space there. Good concentration. You know, knowing he's probably going to take a hit. And good job to hang on to the ball and put some more yardage on.
DeHaan and Burgess lined up to the right. Brinks lined up a tight end. Viss on play action pass. Slant route to Boomsma. Can't bring it in. Covered there by Jaden Flowers. He's second and goal from about the 3-yard line.
Flowers actually did a pretty nice job there, giving Boomsma a tough time to get off the line in his face. Good defensive play. We'll give it to him. Maybe as a receiver you might want some laundry out on the field for that, but overall I like that no call. They can go earn it.
Second down for the Sailors. Going to give the ball up to Osterhaven up the middle. Goes to the right-hand side. Looks like he stumbles into the end zone, but the refs are going to call him short about the 2-foot line. Brought down by Sergio Mercado. Third and goal. See if the Wolves can get a big stop here on third down.
4-down territory, obviously. South's going to, I think like we talked about, they're going to go put it in, and just like that. Haven't called his name yet. He wanted us to make sure it was on the board.
Yeah, that's right. Carson Viss in for the touchdown. Making it look easy for the Sailors. Nice drive from South Christian. A couple pass plays, and then ending it with the exclamation point with number 5 right up the middle. South Christian up 27-0. On for the kick. Carson Viss has rushed this season for 410 yards and 4 touchdowns. Make it 5, as we're only in week 4. The quarterback's rushing for 5 touchdowns.
And not a offense where he's rushing it intentionally. It's been a lot of big plays and just going and being an athlete. It's been fun.
It's all on for the kick. 4 for 4, yes indeed. Extra point is good. We're up 20. Sailors are up 28-0. Minutes to go in this first quarter. We'll be right back after this. Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Looking to secure your property with a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Welcome back, everybody. South Christian with another score, making it 28-0. And we've still got 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the first quarter. A little bit of a longer drive that time. 7 plays, 48 yards. Still not a lot of time taken off the clock. 1 minute and 18 seconds. Viss capped it off, putting himself on the board with another touchdown tally with a 1-yard touchdown run. 1 minute, 5 seconds left, 28-0 Sailors, just like they wanted to start.
South Christian, not even the first quarter's ended, has 137 total yards on offense. Wyoming has 29. South Christian defense playing well. Brown on the return for the Wolves. Going to get a couple blocks, taking up the middle to the 25, eventually brought down at about the 25.5-yard line. Wolves are going to get the ball brought down by Tim Gilhood for the Sailors.
Ty Brinks on the trainer's table, getting looked at. I can see him on that last offensive drive limping a little bit. I think that ankle injury from last week still lingering a little bit. Thankfully, Sailors have put themselves in a position where Ty might be all right to take this game a little bit easier and hopefully get that ankle rested as season, we're not even halfway through.
Obviously, you would take Danny Brown's suggestions over mine, but I'd say, hey, 18, you're done for the day. We need you next week and the rest of the season. And we'll see. He's battling that ankle injury from last week. Johnson on play-action pass. Nice strike to the left-hand side over to Latavion White. brought down by Brady Schiltz. Really nice first down conversion for the Wolves.
I think we called Brody's name now 4 or 5 times. I mean, you're a freshman, second game playing, and you're getting yourself called a few times. That's something to be said for a senior, let alone a freshman. So well done for him stepping up where he's needed.
Blackwire said earlier that they're going to keep him up, depending no matter what happens with Bryce Kenyon over the next couple weeks. Just too much good experience for him. Brody missing the tackle there by Jack Terveen. Nice carry on that first down. Brought down eventually by Noah Klump.
Nice jump hop there by Terveen. Brody's got to make sure he keeps those eyes up. That's why that tackle was missed, unfortunately. Terveen's a big kid, and he's got a few pounds on Brody, but see through, tackle through, wrap up. He'll learn from that and hopefully come back better next time.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
And as we get back for the start of the second quarter, Sailors are up 28-0. Hey, do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Are you tired? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. They're fast, they're fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today, 616-816-2028, or visit forrealhq.com. We were talking in the break. Opportunity tonight for younger guys to get experience. Of course, you want to avoid injuries for the starters, the ones and the twos, but of course, an opportunity for the younger cats to get some good game action. It's a good experience to go into this difficult stretch.
Yeah, we talked about that again, pregame meeting. Just these are the games, especially with the schedule that Sailors have, where those 3s and 4s get that opportunity to play. And they've been putting in just as much work as the starters have. Strength and conditioning in the off-season, all off-season, winter, spring, summer, practice, day in, day out, 2-a-days, all of it. And so for them to get that opportunity and experience too, it's the starters' job to make sure that those guys get plenty of playing time.
Terveen on the carry up the right-hand side. He's going to get a couple nice blocks there. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to sprint up down the sideline. Nice carry up the right-hand side to put the Wolves on the board. A 60-yard carry by Jack Terveen.
Wow, number 55 for the Wolves, Joseph Awatar. Incredible kick-out block. Took Noah Klump to probably 5-10 yards, pushing him back. That was the defining block for that. We talked about it last drive where Klump made that nice play and kept the guy inside. Unfortunately, Awatar did a really nice job of driving Klump out, and that's what broke Terveen loose. A couple missed tackles beyond that from the defensive backs, and Terveen's athleticism bring him to the end zone.
Broke a Brady Van Noord tackle as well on that run. Yeah, real nice carry coming off a delay of game to set them back 5 yards. Didn't seem to matter. Oh, muff snap. Trouble with it. South Christian's going to recover. Not going to lose ball at all. It's only going to be 6 for the Wolves on that, but a really nice run to get on the board for Wyoming. Jack Terveen on that 60-yard carry. We'll be back right after this on Michigan Sports Radio. It's the Sailor Zone.
Attention football fans, whether you're here to cheer on your team or just enjoying the game, don't forget to check out Big O Smokehouse for the best smoked fish around. As a small, independently owned business, Big O Smokehouse believes in the power of community and quality. That's why our locally produced, high-protein smoked fish is the perfect, delicious snack to fuel your game day excitement. Visit our little old marketplace in Caledonia for all your favorite smoked seafood products or find a retail location near you at bigosmokehouse.com.
Back. Wyoming Wolves put themselves on the board 28-6 after that missed extra point. Bad low snap. Holder was not able to control it. Jack Trevine with a really nice 60-yard run. Really gifted running back that we've seen him break a few nice plays already. Overall drive, 3 plays, 74 yards, only 16 seconds. One of those plays being a delay of game. 11:46 left in the game. Sailors up 28-6.
Schultz on the return. He's going to break a tackle as he tries to get up the field. Eventually brought down by C.J. Anderson on the tackle. Yeah, folks, many Michigan fans out there, apologies. Chad was giving me the business during the break, saying trouble with the snap, and that's my bad. I know Garrison would be loving that from afar. I know he's listening tonight as he's unable to be with us this evening. So apologies for that, but Wyoming unable to convert on the point after. Putting this game at 28-6. Hopefully forgive me, Chad. Sailors will get the ball on the 33-yard line in their own territory. This and shotgun, looks right, spins, rolls to the left. Eventually hits, I believe that's DeHaan, who's going to scamper ahead for about 14 yards. Nice first down, eventually brought down by Jack Trevine. Real nice shimmy in the open field.
Yeah, they ran kind of a version of the levels play. Almost looked like Burgess and DeHaan were a little bit tight. You know, you'd like to see some good spacing there to force that defensive back to choose one and not be able to defend both. But Owen Burgess' athleticism definitely made up for it. Good move. Go get the first down.
Just like you said, first down. This could drop back to pass. On the move, picked off by Latavion White. Excellent break on the ball for the defender. Briss was looking at him the whole way, looking at Burgess. He started to roll right, did a bit of a jump pass again, and Latavion White made him pay on the interception. We do have a flag on the field, though. Looks like it came in after the interception. Big call here. Of course, determine the outcome of this play. Appears that South Christian's over here in the refs' conversation. That offense is gonna strut back to the sideline.
Trevine, phrase that we've heard before, coming in like a house of fire, taking it to the South Christian line. Tried to pick up the blitz. This got a little hurried and went to Burgess, like Bryce, you said, eyes locked on him, and defensive back makes a nice play.
The legal man downfield for the Sailors. Penalty is declined, of course, the interception. It's be probably the best field position the Wolves have gotten. They're going to get the ball on their own 44-yard line. Looking to get back in this game, down 3 touchdowns. Johnson lined up at quarterback. Caleb Poole lined up next to him on the left-hand side. 3 wide receivers to the right. Going to give the ball to Poole. Poole up the left-hand side. Spin move, eventually brought down by a handful of Sailors. Grayson Hunderman leading the charge. Still going to get about 6 yards on that first down carry.
Interesting watching Coach Brown here. He was down on a knee. He knows that his team has got a little bit better discipline than this, and mistake on that big Trevine long run, interception there by Viss. You got to keep the game clean if you're the better team and not allow a team that has some talent, as we can see, but you can't allow them to get back in the game.
pull on the carry out the right side, eventually brought down by Gavin Bauma. Pool's had some nice runs, sharing the load with Jack Terveen. Going to be 3rd and 5 at the Wolves' 49-yard line. It's a big play for the Wolves' offense. It's really looking to get back into this game. Of course, that touchdown run, long touchdown run, interception. Love to keep the momentum going on offense here if you are Wyoming.
Yeah, we talked about it. Coach Brewster, what are you telling your team? You start 0-0. And they clearly, whatever message, if any message was given, they've responded, and they got an opportunity to take advantage of it.
Terveen's going to get the ball up the right-hand side. He's going to have to break a few tackles. Bulldozes his way over Schiltz. Going to knock his helmet off and just overpowers Brady Van Noord on that 3rd down carry. He's going to convert for the 1st down. Real nice run by the big fella, Jack Terveen.
Schiltz has got to come out for losing his helmet there. Actually made a good attempt on that tackle. Terveen, just a big kid. He went low. Maybe could have driven his feet a little bit more, but most of the time with maybe another athlete, he's going to bring him down. Terveen's just maybe a different caliber of player.
I mean, Terveen definitely looks the part. Those of you watching see him in the backfield, lined up a little in front of the quarterback, the left-hand side, and he's a big boy. He runs hard, as we've seen already. He's going to give the ball. It's going to be a reverse coming around the other side. Sassano with the carry, but the ball's going to pop out. Wasn't down. That will be a fumble. Now it's up to the rest to identify who covered it. Rowan DeCam on the tackle. Wyoming's going to keep the ball. They did recover it. But a little bit of trickery there for the Wolves, and Sailors weren't biting.
Yeah, Gavin Bauma, 17 defensive end there. I don't know if it was intentional. I could see him battling the left tackle coming back for that reverse. If it was intentional, it was well played, making sure that that reverse got driven back inside. Ultimately, Terveen had to cut it back in, and hard hit almost caused the Sailors to get the ball back.
So 2nd and long, position that the Wolves have been in a couple times already this game. Caused problems for them. Going to look to run play read option, but the flags are thrown, whistled. Illegal, false start by the offense. That's the 4th penalty for the Wolves here, and we're only 8:20 to go in the 2nd quarter. So Wyoming really hurting themselves with these penalties after getting some momentum here on this drive.
Got to stay clean, got to stay disciplined. It's the name of this game. Discipline, discipline, discipline. It is a game of inches, and they're putting themselves a lot of inches back from the 1st down.
Indeed. Now they're looking at a 2nd and 20. 3 wide. Moses going into motion in the backfield, lined up next to Vereen. Johnson, backfield, is going to run a read option, going to give it to Moses on the right-hand side, but it's a swarm of 3 South Christian Sailors in on the tackle. Led the way of Grayson Hunderman. Real nice pursuit there on that 3rd and long. Looked like the Wolves maybe just trying to get a couple yards back, maybe try to set up a 4th and more manageable. South Christian was not letting it happen.
A little bit of a glimpse of what the future for South Christian football on defense looks like. Hunderman playing last year, getting pulled up with some freshmen. Brody Schiltz coming in and laying the wood a little bit, knocking him to the ground. But sophomore and a freshman, along with another teammate, helping out. Gotta love to see that. Good physicality. That's going to pump the defense up a little bit. Key stop.
Key stop, indeed. Got a whistle on the field. Going to get a timeout here. We, talking to Danny earlier this season, he said that this is going to be one of the smaller teams in terms of numbers on the roster, but the program underneath, whether going all the way down to Rocket, is jam-packed. A lot of teams, and of course freshman JV has, and so foreseeable future, numbers aren't going to be an issue at all, and then like you mentioned, certain players are getting some really good experience today, and these are guys who've been instrumental all season long.
Yeah, I mean, Brody earned the right to come up to varsity, and a few injuries opened that door for him. But he's he's stepped up tonight. I think he's got 5 or 6 tackles already. Kick return, nice kick return. So doing a nice job for himself. I was talking to Coach Josh Rosema at the community tailgate, and he's the freshman coach. He was the JV coach, moved down to freshman. They've got 34 players on the freshman team, which, Bryce, when you and I played, we had 34 players on the varsity team. So just a testament. Coach Brown, the rest of the staff, these players, building that program, they've given great time. The kids have bought in, created a great experience, and winning state championships and having kids dream of that. They're playing and have a desire to do that and keep it going. So you got to love it.
So there's return 3rd and 22 for the Wolves. Trevini's going to take it up the right-hand side. Bulldozes his way up the sideline. Going to be close to the first down on that run. Brought down eventually by Brody Schills. My goodness, a 3rd and 22. Trevini's going to hustle his way for the first down on a 21-yard scamper. Yeah, they're going to give him the first. Oh, check that.
Fourth down.
Fourth and short. Yep, 21-yard carry. Do the math. Carry the 1. 3rd and 22. And you get 21. You need one more, friends. That's 123 yards on that carry for Jack Tervine. So he's running the ball well. I'm going to take a guess that on this 4th and short, who do you think's going to get the ball, Chad?
Number 28.
And sure enough, going to carry up the right-hand side again. Looks like contact before the first down, but he muscles his way. Judging by where the ref is standing, it's probably going to be enough for a first down. Brought down by Parker Hennigan. Boy, the kid runs hard.
Yeah, in both of those plays, he's running to his right. He's got number 77, Jackson Lamro, along with number 55, who we called out earlier for that block on Clump, Joseph Awator. Those are some big boys, and they're a force to be reckoned with. South undersized against those two on that play, and they took that physicality to another level to make sure that Tervine got that first down.
And as you mentioned, first down and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Wolves going in South Christian territory. Going to give the ball to Tervine up the left-hand side this time, breaking a couple tackles. South had the opportunity to get him in the backfield, but couldn't bring him down. He's going to run ahead for about 4 yards. Eventually brought down by Chuck DeHaan. Ride the hot hand, Chad.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gavin Bauma, another sophomore, but got to keep those eyes up, force that contain in, and go make a play. Just got to stay disciplined there.
Yeah, they had him in the backfield. They had Tervine, it looked like dead to rights up the left side, and then he just makes a cut, turns it upfield, and got north and south, which you mentioned earlier. You can't have that. So Tervine is going to be still in the game, but instead Caleb Poole, number 21, in at running back. Going to go in motion. Johnson going to look for him. Another penalty for the Wolves. It's going to be their 5th penalty and a 4th illegal procedure.
Yeah, obviously can't happen from Wyoming, but I want to see South step up a little bit here. You know, Wyoming's driving. South's up 28-6. Unfortunately, you can't say that you shut them out anymore, but keeping an opponent to 6 points, that's
still some pride.
Not something to sell yourself short on either. So let's see them step up, get out of here with a turnover on downs and see what they can do.
So Poole going wide in motion on our screen pass. That ball's going to be short. Threw it ahead of him. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. South Christian's defense was all over that play. We're seeing a lot of running plays, a lot of short screen passes. We've only really seen one downfield throw. Feels like the Sailors starting to creep up maybe a little bit on this 3rd and long. Imagine you have to go downfield. Or you just give it to 28. Let him cook.
You got 4-down territory here, so not a ton of pressure to go get the first down on this play. Obviously, you want to make it a 4th and manageable if you're not able to get it. Looks like a 2-set backfield here for this play, though. I don't think we've seen that yet.
64 for the Wolves. C.J. Anderson, a little bit gimpy on that. Coming to the line of scrimmage. Wyoming's going to take a timeout here. They were about to run a play. Coach did not like what he saw. Timeout. We'll be back for this big 3rd and 12 after this. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
You need electrical, technology, or engineering services? Look no further than Beist. Beist has been powering West Michigan businesses for 60 years. Since 1964, their team of employee owners has been committed to raising the standard in the electrical industry and beyond. Beist is rooted in faith, service to others, a strong work ethic, integrity, and continuous improvement. The Beist team feels blessed to be part of the Byron Center community and support South Christian High School football. Go Sailors!
We're back, folks. 3rd and 12. Wyoming Wolves are putting together a real nice drive off the interception from Carson Viss, looking for Owen Burgess. Sailors trying to attack in Wyoming territory and unable to obviously convert, throwing the interception. Wolves have capitalized. Had a big 3rd and 22-yard run. Ran the ball for 21 yards, and then that 4th and short converted. And now they find themselves in another 3rd and long, 3rd and 12 with 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Poole in motion out to the wide side. He's going to look to the right. He's going to look downfield. Throws it off. Balance. Hits Brody Schultz for the interception. Nice play by the freshman cornerback. Reading that nicely, settling in for the interception.
Nice play. Some of his teammates knocking him down out of excitement. Great job going and high pointing that ball, making sure that the Wolves could not bring it down. Showing off a little athleticism there. And like we said, we needed to get a stop, and Brody steps up and goes and makes a play, getting some love from coaches and
Much
teammates
deserved.
on the sidelines. Yeah, well done.
Nice play by the freshman. Hey, Chad, by the way, after this, where we're going, Uccello's. Uccello's Restaurante has a restaurant near you. Go where great food and sports comes together. Uccello's Restaurante, where great food and sports come together. Check them out at uccellos.com. All right, Sailors getting the ball back. First down. It's going to look deep. A slot pat. Oh, slot deep ball to Owen Burgess. Owen Burgess beats his man, and he's going to find Pater for the 3rd time tonight. 89-yard touchdown. Had to beat the whole way, and a beautiful shot by Carson Viss. Yeah, there's a flag on the field back at about the 19-yard line. Carson Viss not celebrating with his team. Wonder if this one is, in fact, coming back.
Viss had Burgess the whole way. Knew he was going to be open, let it fly. Perfect dot of a ball. And
we were wrong. Holding penalty against the Wolves, of course, declined. Burgess celebrating for another touchdown there. And you're right, Chad. He was looking at the whole way, and Burgess with a great break on that slot deep fade. Made him pay.
Speed kills. Speed kills, and it certainly did on that play.
So just when you thought the Wolves could kind of get back in this game, claw back off the interception, try to drive in. Sailors get the big interception by Brody Schultz, gives the ball back to Carson Viss, and Carson Viss and Owen Burgess do Carson Viss and Owen Burgess things for that long 89-yard touchdown. Point after is up, and it is good. Sailors up 35-6. 4 minutes 42 to go. This action-packed first half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Bob's Collision Service, located at 3731 Eastern Avenue, is here for all your collision repair needs, from minor fender benders to heavy collisions. Family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1967, Bob's Collision takes great pride in what they do. Using state-of-the-art technology and materials along with iCar Platinum certification to repair your vehicle, they help you sail through your collision repairs.
All right, welcome back, everybody. After maybe a few tense moments for the Sailors, Wyoming Wolves driving. Great interception by Brody Schultz, turned around for a Carson Viss to Owen Burgess, 89-yard touchdown. Taking that turnover, the momentum on the defense, then going right back to momentum on the offense. See what you can do against a team that may have their heads hanging a little bit and certainly keeping the pedal to the floor. 89-yard pass, 13 seconds off the clock. We got 4:42 left in this second quarter, 35-6. Sailors, Wolves.
And as we resume action here on this kickoff, there's another big game tonight. The Bird Bowl out in Zeeland. Zeeland East playing Zeeland West. You can catch that game on Michigan Sports Radio. I wouldn't recommend you turn the channel, of course, but that game is airing there 6-0. I believe West is up, so that's a game to pay attention to for South. Poole on the return. Gets a nice hole. We're going to break maybe a tackle or two. Gets up to the 34-yard line. Rowan to Cam on the tackle. Nice return there by Caleb Poole.
Yeah, again, just a nice job of South stepping up. A lot of times that's going to happen where defense, great turnover, offense going to take advantage of that and try and open up the playbook a little bit, go score, get them reeling. And Zach Blackwire, Kurt Copeland draw it up just like that. Carson Viss to his favorite target, Owen Burgess, for the night, and make some magic happen once again.
Bobbled snap for the Wolves. Johnson recovers it, but he's going to have to go down as he's brought down by Parker Hennigan. Not a great first down. Wyoming gets the ball with 4:30 by the time the ball was snapped on the first down. They're going to get the ball coming into the third quarter, start of the second half. If you're Carlson Brewster, you're looking for at least something here. Maybe hopefully get in the end zone, give yourself some momentum, try to score again, keep this game close. I mean, right now, Chad, Terveen has 128 yards. The rest of the offense has 11. So it's been the running back and running up the right side. He's been really the action. Another penalty for the Wolves. Another false start.
Yeah, they got the tight end, 87, Julian Toscano there, unfortunately. Came in motion, but didn't get himself set after coming in motion, moving forward towards the line of scrimmage, and unfortunately a penalty. Pretty difficult now for the Wolves. Way back in their own territory, and second and very long to go.
Don't go anywhere at the break. Halftime show, we got a great one coming up. West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show. We'll go over all the scoring from today, there's been a lot of it. Of course, we'll have an interview with David Kuhl, who will talk about the community night, which was a big hit this evening. Full house here at East Kentwood, and much more coming up on the halftime show. Wolves on the move again. Trevine with tackle, cut down by Noah Klump in the backfield. Safety made a nice read on the play and brought down the big back for a loss.
Get him stopped. Don't allow that momentum. He's got size and speed, a lethal combination, and nice job with Klump. Klump does not have the size advantage there, but good form tackle, taking him down. He's not going to go anywhere if you got those legs wrapped up, and that's exactly what Klump did.
So now 3rd and 23 for the Wolves. 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Trevine on the carry up the right-hand side. It's a play we've seen a lot of. He's maybe going to get 2 or 3 yards. Can make it a 4th and long, brought down eventually by Noah Klump.
Again, just a nice tackle. Coming downfield from that safety position, taking him down low. You know you're not going to have the advantage trying to tackle him, shoulder pads, or even in his midsection. You got to go low and be disciplined, keep those eyes up. Klump, great form tackle. You'll give him 3 yards when it's 4th and 20 every time, and yeah, well done, number 4.
I believe it's Christopher Hart. Check that. Devin Edwards on for the punt. Owen Burgess for the return. And he has a kick return for a touchdown. Catching touchdown. Let's throw maybe a punt return touchdown here, would we? That kick's going to be a high flying kick. Gets a really good Wyoming bounce. It's going to trickle all the way down to the 28-yard line for the Sailors. That's one maybe Burgess should have fielded, but playing it safe, getting out of the way.
Yeah, I'd like to see all the punts have been pretty short, and Burgess has been consistently playing back. We talked about the last time Noah Klump almost got hit by the punt, and it was definitely over his head this time. But even for Burgess to go make that fair catch again, these are the games that you can practice those little things, fair catches. We've seen really nice extra point attempts from the Sailors, just converting on all of those. Keep working on those little things and be ready to keep going.
Burgess in motion. This is going to drop back. He's going to get flushed out to the right, then goes back to the left. Still looking. That ball gets swatted down, eventually recovered by Carson Viss. Really nice defensive play by Jack Terveen, making plays on the defensive side as well as the offense. He did not give up on that play. He was able to swat the ball out of Carson Viss's hands.
Yeah, Carson was definitely close to escaping there, as he's shown magic time and time again of being able to do. But Terveen, he's got some athleticism too. Didn't let him go.
That puts the Sailors in a 2nd and 17 with a minute to go in this game. Viss is going to roll it to the right. Terveen on the pressure. He's going to cut it back to the left-hand side. He's got some blockers. Going to look to go up the middle, but still bounces at left-hand side. All that for maybe 3 yards. Nice sound defense for the Wolves, eventually brought down by Caleb Poole.
I don't blame Carson Viss for trying to escape that. Terveen just coming downhill, taking it to Osterhaven, trying to pick him up. Osterhaven didn't stand down from it, but just he is strong and fast, and Carson Viss had to get out of there. Nice job of at least evading that, not taking a big hit, protecting yourself. Got a big lead. Let's see what they can do now. Third and pretty long.
Terveen lined up his defense end opposite of Jack Hogan. Both those guys are going to pin their ears back. Actually, they're going to just play safe. He's going to dump it out to Cashman Van Solkema, maybe for a couple yards. That third down eventually brought down by Moses Brown. Wyoming just playing safe.
Yeah. Keep everybody in front of you. Go make a tackle. Cashin didn't have a lot of room to run there, as the defensive backs and linebackers had nice pursuit.
Looks like with the clock ticking, Sailors are going to be pretty much close. Matched up with the play clock, I think the Sailors are going to take this one into half.
Looks like they'll have to run one play.
Looking maybe take a timeout. Danny Brown just run, like you said, Chad, one play. Of course, the 35-6 lead going into halftime isn't a bad position to be in. Timeout Sailors.
Yeah, they'll just be able to snap this ball. If Carson's got to run around at all, he can. But no crazy plays. Just going to halftime. Keep this lead the same, and a few things to work out. But overall, solid first half of the Sailors.
Yeah, Sailors had a couple, obviously the interception, a couple of bad plays, but really played a really sound game. Scoreboard, of course, shows that, 35-6. Kind of got punched back in the mouth by the Wolves on that touchdown. I think that was, you know what? I bet you Danny Brown loved that. I bet you Danny Brown saw that and he's like, all right, boys, come on, strap it up. This game isn't over, and the Sailors answered nicely.
Yeah, like Coach Blackwire had talked about in the pregame interview, you do not overlook any team, and that includes Wyoming. Even when you get out to a big 21-0 lead, you still got to keep playing 100%, pedal to the floor until that final whistle blows, and you can't allow any team, no matter the caliber, to get back in. And South opened the door a little bit. Looks like they've been pushing it shut a little bit more, but still continue to stay disciplined. That's going to be the important message, I think, going into half and coming out of it.
Carlton Brewster, the coach for Wyoming, again, looking for some pride here for his guys and looking to build on to any successes here. This is going to take the snap up the left-hand side, going to carry it, breaks a couple tackles, gets some nice blocks, going to carry it to about the 48, 47-yard line for the Wolves, brought down eventually by Moses Brown. That's going to take us into halftime. Sailors up 35-6 on the Wyoming Wolves in a very action-packed first half. It's been a good one. Tune in to the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show. After this, we'll go over all the scoring and an interview with David Kuhl as well. Good stuff ahead. Don't go anywhere. Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Jets has been making the best Detroit-style pizza on the planet for over 40 years because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe, all baked to perfection for the thickest golden crunch. So go ahead, build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties, like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
167 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey.
To oh my word.
Oh my word.
Goobers!
Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Folks, welcome back to another beautiful evening at Falcon Stadium on the campus of East Kentwood High School. Fun first half for the Sailors. 5 touchdowns. Scoring led off right away in the very first play in the kickoff, where Owen Burgess returned a 75-yard kick return for the touchdown. Sailors got a quick stop. South Christian got the ball back, where Viss had a 39-yard strike to who else but Owen Burgess over a one-play, 39-yard touchdown. That was coming off a clump interception, putting the Sailors up 14-0. After that, Osterhaven gets the ball for a 10-yard carry to cap off a 3-play, 50-yard drive where Viss hit Brinks on a 39-yard dime. Put the Sailors up 21-0 with 5:36 to go. The scoring didn't stop there for South Christian. Viss had a 1-yard TD run, 7 plays, 48 yards. Took a minute, 18 seconds to take a commanding 28-0 lead. But eventually, the Wolves were able to storm back. Jack Trevine had a 60-yard TD run to cap off a 3-play, 37-yard touchdown drive. Took 16 seconds to bring the Wolves within a 6-28-point game. They could not convert the point after, so they're stuck at 6, and then the Sailors were able to get one more score before the half. Viss had an 89-yard touchdown pass to Burgess again for a 2-play, 89-yard coming off of the Brody Schultz interception. Big game for the freshman. Puts the Sailors at the score that we have now, up 35-6. Been a fun first half. Tune into a message from MHSAA here, and then we will have a great interview with David Kuhl right after this. Do not go anywhere. Michigan Sports Radio and Sailor Zone.
Sporting U is committed to excellence through integrity, quality, and exceptional service. We specialize in custom apparel, precision screen printing, embroidery, and tailored websites that bring your brand to life. Our focus is on your vision, ensuring it's executed flawlessly. Partner with a team that values your success as much as you do. Sporting U, branding your success. Visit us at sporting.u.com to start your project today.
For over 85 years, Sobey Company has been a premier commercial construction contractor specializing in everything from walls and ceilings to floors and insulation. We have been part of almost every large commercial construction project in West Michigan, including the newly constructed South Christian High School, Byron Center Christian renovations, and 2 expansion projects at Dutton Christian. Our skilled and talented craftsmen can make any interior dream you have on a construction project a reality. Go Sailors!
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by West Michigan Wellness Group. This team of dedicated professionals is proud to support Sailor football, just like they also support the well-being of our community through individual counseling for children, teens, and adults, as well as premarital, marital, and family counseling. West Michigan Wellness Group is committed to bringing excellence, authenticity, and a tailored approach to your unique wellness needs. Look them up online and let them know how they can serve you, your family, or your organization. West Michigan Wellness, here to help. Legacy Christian School is on a mission to prepare Christ followers and kingdom builders. At Legacy Christian, students find their place in God's redemptive story where every subject points to Jesus Christ. With learning experiences that extend beyond our walls, we answer God's call to love our neighbor and to restore his kingdom. Discover a close-knit community at Legacy where your child's faith can flourish. Offering English and Spanish immersion from K-8, preschool, and extended care. That's Legacy Christian School.
4 decades calling high school sports on the radio, and more kids than ever are playing high school sports. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. For the last 40 years, listeners to Sheboygan football games on WCBY have heard the same voice.
Mike Grisdale tonight, a very sunny evening here at Western Avenue.
Mike Grisdale has been on the air calling games for Sheboygan since 1985, and on Friday, September 13th, Sheboygan named its press box after Grisdale. In addition to football, he's called nearly 1,000 Sheboygan basketball games as well. And the game he called after having the press box named for him turned out to be quite a thriller. Elk Rapids took a 23-0 lead over Sheboygan before the Chiefs scored 30 straight points to win.
And that'll do it. Chiefs come back from 23 down, and they are going nuts on the near sideline.
Adam Burry, a little bit of spirit there to him. Awesome. Great for these guys.
Final score, Sheboygan 30. Elk Rapids 23. The Chiefs go 2-1.
That comes courtesy of WCBY. Nate King is Grisdale's broadcast partner. Subscribers to the NFHS network can also hear Grisdale's call of Sheboygan games. Just go to NFHSnetwork.com. And for more on Grisdale's story, please check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Manchester's Jesse Sangster. He scored 4 times in a 5-1 win over Leslie and is now the all-time leading soccer scorer at Manchester with 94 career goals. Big Rapids tennis player Ari Ziska, he won his 103rd individual match against Vicksburg, making him the school's all-time leader. And at Union City's Gracie Phelps. She had 86 assists, 11 kills, and 36 digs during the Charger Classic, helping lead Union City to a tournament title.
Have a recent high school grad? They could qualify for a tuition-free skills certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
In volleyball, a libero is a defensive player who plays in the back row. It's a fairly new position as it was introduced in 1998, and the libero plays by some unique rules. The libero wears a different color jersey from the rest of the team, so they are easily identifiable. Only one libero can be designated for each set of a match. The libero can serve, but cannot perform an overhead set in the front of the attack line or complete an attack if the ball is above the net. The libero is never allowed to rotate to the front line. The libero is the first line of defense, often passing to the setter and covering open spaces. The libero can be replaced without restriction, but in the event of an injury, can only be replaced by the player the libero originally replaced.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. Participation in Michigan high school sports continues to rank among the best in the nation, despite declining student enrollment. That's according to the annual participation study by the National Federation of State High School Associations. Overall, Michigan ranks 8th nationally with nearly 290,000 total participants. The total counts students for each sport played, meaning students who are multiple sport athletes are counted more than once. This outpaces Michigan's national rank in high school-aged population, which is 10th. Nationwide, participation topped 8 million for the first time ever. For the boys' sports, Michigan ranks 7th overall, with boys bowling leading the nation in participation. Skiing is 3rd, boys golf and ice hockey are both 4th. On the girls' side, Michigan ranks 8th overall, with bowling, skiing, golf, and tennis all coming in 3rd for their respective sports. More than 35,000 students in Michigan play football. That's the most of all sports in the state. For more on participation, including the benefits of playing multiple sports, please visit MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Bob's Collision Service, located at 3731 Eastern Avenue, is here for all your collision repair needs, from minor fender benders to heavy collisions. Family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1967, Bob's Collision takes great pride in what they do. Using state-of-the-art technology and materials along with iCar Platinum certification to repair your vehicle, they help you sail through your collision repairs. Do you need electrical, technology, or engineering services? Look no further than Beist. Beist has been powering West Michigan businesses for 60 years. Since 1964, their team of employee owners has been committed to raising the standard in the electrical industry and beyond. Beist is rooted in faith, service to others, a strong work ethic, integrity, and continuous improvement. The Beist team feels blessed to be part of the Byron Center community and support South Christian High School football. Go Sailors! Attention football fans, whether you're here to cheer on your team or just enjoying the game, don't forget to check out Big O Smokehouse for the best smoked fish around. As a small, independently owned business, Big O Smokehouse believes in the power of community and quality. That's why our locally produced, high-protein smoked fish is the perfect, delicious snack to fuel your game day excitement. Visit our little old marketplace in Caledonia for all your favorite smoked seafood products, or find a retail location near you at bigosmokehouse.com.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the West Michigan Wellness Halftime Show. We are joined by the great David Kuhl, Athletic Director for South Christian Sailors. David, a great night tonight, tremendous atmosphere. I mean, the stands are absolutely packed, and this is a big stadium with some big bleachers, and South Christian fans showed out. A lot of that was because of the community night. Can you just tell us about that event? And we're only a couple hours after it, but even so, I'm sure it was received very positively. And yeah, how did it go? And can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, great. Thanks for having me on again, Bryce. But yeah, it's an amazing night that puts a lot of the behind the scenes work that people don't know about. Just like when anything special happens, right? So it's a committee led by a group of women that run it for us this year. That kind of start planning, months in advance, and they start, getting the inflatables, getting the DJ, and lining everything up, the yard games, and we added some nice features this year that were new, and I think that was really well received. You start praying about the weather the week before, right? Hoping for good weather because anything, when it rains, obviously that's going to put a damper on things. But everything turned out great. The night was phenomenal weather-wise, which ended up being a lot of positivity for us. And I felt like, and I've heard a lot of people throughout the night say it's the most people that we've had at a community night like that. So it's just so fun to see the sea of white shirts and our white out tonight, right? And it's a lot of the younger families too, which is kind of cool, right? The K through 8s, we really target that, and it's just fun to get them there. and then a lot of fun to see them come to the game, right? And like you said, our side is pretty much full, which is, close to 4,000, 4,500 people probably on our side, which is very impressive and just a ton of fun. But thanks to all the people who helped put it on. It's just a great event.
It really was a sight to behold. When I got here about an hour before the game, and I kind of setting up here in the booth, and you look up over at the field, and it's just a sea of white, inflatables, and like you said, families all together, young, old. It was a really special night. So, yeah, well done, and props to you and the team and everyone who's affiliated.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, we talked about some of the other programs, the ones that maybe don't always get as much shine. And the first one I want to ask about is the tennis team. That was one that I think we were a bit unexpected, and they've had a really hot start. Can you give the fans an update on how things are going over there?
Yeah, yep, great question. But yeah, playing well. Flash is doing a great job with the boys. Again, it is a little bit unexpected, I would say, but now that we're a month and a half, 2 months into the season, it's become expected, right, that we keep winning. So in the OK Gold Conference, still undefeated, beat Union this week, which was a nice win for us, and I think we're 1 or 2 matches away from clinching the conference already, that'd be pretty sweet, pretty special, something that we have not done in my 5 years. So that would be a great accomplishment. We did end up finally dropping in a duel to Holland Christian, who's ranked number 1 in D4. So we battled them and played them tough, but they did get us earlier this week on Monday. But the boys are playing well. And I think a goal that they set out at the start of the season is to make the state meet, and we'll see what happens. I think they got a good chance.
That's really, really cool. And it's a special program. Flash and the guys over there are doing a great job. What about any other programs kind of highlight or just doing really well?
Yeah, I think the boys soccer team deserves a shout out tonight, Bryce. They're 11-1-1 and with a tough schedule. And won some big games. A week and a half ago, beat Byron Center, who was previously undefeated, a non-league game, but we like to beef up the non-league schedule too, so it was a huge win for us. And people that follow soccer know this, but a lot of people don't. Now soccer is all ranked via MPR rankings, so meaning, the bigger wins you have, it really matters because that's how they seed you in districts. So it was a big win for Coach Van de Koppel and the boys. They're undefeated in league play. And winning all those games, which is great too. So they're close to clinching an OK Gold title as well, just like the tennis team. And led by a really, really strong defense. We've only given up 5 goals all year. In one game, they've gave up 3. So they've really only given up goals in 3 different games, that's pretty fun, pretty cool. And a senior, Bryce Kilborn, shout out to him. He scored in every game that we've played. So 13 games, and he scored at least 1 goal in every game, 18 total. So that's pretty cool.
That is spectacular. Well, that's really cool. I mean, it feels like a lot of these programs are really clicking. The football program, as we're seeing here, is clicking too, and love the opportunity to give a shine. So I know you and the other coaches are doing a fantastic job, the other people on staff and part of the teams here. So special shout out to all of those teams during this fall season. So, David, thanks so much.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, Bryce.
Of course. We'll be back after this quick 30-second break. Start off the second half of this game on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
Mosquitoes outnumber humans by like 1,000,000 to 1. So who are you giving your blood to? The humans or the mosquitoes? It's us versus them. And I think they're winning. So donate blood with Versity Blood Center of Michigan today.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future. So take it and move all of us forward.
All righty, folks, welcome back. Great halftime show. Thanks to David Kuhl and MHSA for wonderful West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show. About to kick off the second half of this matchup. Sailors up 35-6 on the Wyoming Wolves. deep to return for the Wolves as Moses and Poole Saul on the kick, and we're underway in the second half. Again, a bit of miscommunication on the return. Moses is going to take it. He's going to take it the middle, but bounces out the right-hand side. He's got some green space, eventually brought down by Rowan DeCam at about the 32-yard line. Nice return for the Wolves. Bit of a skirmish happening on the Wolves sideline. No flags. All is well there. So nice return for the Wolves. Chad, what are we looking at this second half? Going into and check that. No, not a skirmish. Matter of fact, an injury.
It's like Rowan DeCam had a hard hit, and he went down immediately.
Sailors training staff rushing over to the Wyoming sideline, which is where DeCam is on the ground. Looks like he has gotten up. They're going to take, of course, precautions on a hit like that.
Danny Brown over there, too, just making sure he's all right.
This is DeCam is back on his feet, walking back to the sideline. Helmet is still on. Part of the game that always just a little weary of. Those big collisions that come at full speed, especially on these kick returns. That's why you see rule changes in the NFL, and it's guys moving as fast as they can, trying to make a hit. So glad DeCam is hopefully all right.
Yeah, you can see he's got that the strap around his shoulder and around his left arm. He's hanging that left arm a little gingerly as he walks off the field, taking his helmet off only with his right arm, so hopefully he's okay there.
Moses in motion in the backfield for the Wolves as they take over 1st and 10 on their 29-yard line. Rushing to the outside. Going to get about 5 yards on the carry, 6 yards on the carry. Eventually brought down by Grayson Hunderman. Good first down conversion. Looks like Brady Van Nord has come in for Rowan DeCam at that linebacker position, that opposite of Chuck DeHaan. So Van Nord will get some meaningful minutes at linebacker.
Yeah, he stepped down from that safety position. They've got Owen Burgess back at the safety position with both Kenyon and Winicky hurt. So a few swaps out for the defense.
Johnson's going to take the snap. He's going to give it off to Moses. Moses is going to break a couple tackles. Still up on his feet. Burst out to the Sailors' 35-yard line. Eventually knocked out of bounds. Really nice patience and a couple really good blocks and broken tackles, only to be brought down by Burgess after a 40-yard run. Nice hard run there.
If you're Wyoming, that's exactly what you want to start out with. Take advantage of DeCam's injury. Van Nord stepping into a little bit of an atypical position for him at linebacker, and yeah,
they ran right at him. Good call.
Speed and space. Gonna get after it.
It's Moses Brown's third carry, 45 yards for the wide receiver running back combo. He's lined up in the backfield again. Looks to give it to the hot hand. They are going to give it to him, but eventually brought down by a swarm of Sailors. It looks like Venemo was on the tackle. Yeah, Chuck DeHaan leading the way for the Sailors. They closed that hole quickly. Looked like there was a hole there, and those linebackers and ends were in there to make the play.
Yep, for South to step up and put them in a 2nd and long scenario. Stop that momentum that you don't need to get the Wolves as they start up the second half. So see what they can do on play number 2.
Lined up on the outside, Caleb Poole and Latavian White. Moses Brown on the carry. Going to get maybe a yard or two. Make for a 3rd and long. Eventually brought down by Grayson Hunderman, a name we've said a handful of times today. I like the fight with Wyoming. Chad, this is a program that has a 24% win percentage since 2012 when they formed the school. 26-81 record. They only made the playoffs one time, and that was the COVID year where I believe everyone made it. And so they are, like I mentioned before, two winning seasons, going 5-4 in 2012 and 2016. And so I really do. I like the fight by this Wolves team, trying to stick in it, even though they're down 35-6. 3rd and 10. Johnson's going to roll to the right. Sailor's all over him. He's just going to go down. Realizes he's got nowhere to go. Loss of 3. Gavin Bauma leading the charge for the Sailor defense. Wolves looking to get something on that 3rd and 10 to make that 4th down more manageable, and got the opposite.
Yeah, it looks like 55, Lucas Lambert came in from defensive line position. He almost made the play before. I almost thought he got held, actually, the play prior to that. Caused disruption for the quarterback. Chuck DeHaan also around. Obviously, good to see 3 players in the backfield making a stop. Get the ball back for the Sailors, hopefully. But we'll see. 4th and long. Wyoming's been to be able to convert on a few long plays, so hopefully South stays disciplined here, sticks to their assignments, and gets the job done.
Timeout. Wyoming. Timeout for the Wolves. Hey, Uccello's Restaurante has a restaurant near you. Go where great food and sports come together. Uccello's Restaurante, where great food and sports come together. Check them out at uccellos.com. We haven't seen Jack Terveen at all at the start of the second half. It's been the
can see him across the field being tended to on the trainer's table.
Okay, so he's a little banged up here. They definitely could use him. Moses Brown has come in, had some production, carrying the ball for the Wolves at the start of the second half, but Wyoming in a 4th and 14, precarious position coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, as Wyoming, you've leaned on Terveen. 14 rushes, 131 yards, and a touchdown. Only 4 passing yards so far. They've had a few positive plays so far this quarter, but having him out is a big hit to this offense.
Jay Johnson is 3 for 8 as he rolls out to the left. Looking, doesn't see anybody. He's going to just throw it out of bounds, maybe get tipped. Rowan DeCam back in the game. Causing problems there for the quarterback. Sailors getting the stop on 4th and long. Getting the ball on their own 39-yard line. Nice stand there for the Sailor defense.
Yeah, just you got to love Rowan DeCam's leadership as a captain there. Comes out, first play, kickoff, gets hurt, takes a few plays off, tells his coach, hey, I'm ready to go, and goes and steps up on a key 4th down to go get the stop and get the Sailors the ball back.
This is DeCam's senior season. He's not missing any snaps as long as he can help it. So Sailors are going to get the ball back. Going to give it off to Isaac Osterhaven. Osterhaven with the carry. Shimmies up, breaks a tackle up the left-hand side. Real nice run, nice scamper. 18 yards on the carry. Moses Brown eventually brings him down, but not before the damage is done. 1st down.
Good start by South. Go assert that offensive line. Get some confidence in the offensive line as you finish out this second half, head into next week. Stay disciplined, do your jobs, make sure you're communicating well. You got to be able to have both sides of the ball execute well, especially with caliber of teams coming up.
DeHaan lined up in the backfield with Osterhaven and Viss. Osterhaven's going to take the ball to the right-hand side, sweeps it to the right, breaks a tackle, spin move, eventually brought down by Darius Scott. Darius Scott is one of those names for Wyoming that we were given beforehand. Just a big playmaker at the defense end position. Haven't really had an opportunity to say his name tonight, but comes in, makes a big play. Nice tackle there on 1st down.
Good block by number 9, Tim Gilhood on the edge there, wide receiver. Allowing Osterhaven some space, sticking on his block, that corner, keep moving his feet. So you like to see that too. We talked about that discipline. It's not just the O-line, it's the receivers too.
Whistle on the field, another timeout for the Wolves. This is going to be their second one that they've taken this second half. Obviously, Coach Brewster saw something he didn't like. and has going to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, a key play for the Wolves. It's going to be tough for them to come back down 6-35 with just under 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. But hey, if you got to start somewhere and get some momentum, it's now. And clearly, he didn't see something he likes to go down 42-6. It's even more difficult. So see what your defense can do. Make a stop on second down. Maybe push him back a few yards or get a stop for no gain. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. That's putting your defense in a pretty okay position to see what they can do to get your offensive ball back and maybe get the ball and go score.
One thing I'm watching for, too, is Tyler Brinks. I'm seeing him on the sidelines, not even carrying his helmet. Gloves are off. Imagine his night is over. Again, not willing to risk any injuries, as they have Forest Hill Central next week for a great OK Gold matchup. So second down, 4 for the Sailors. Olshaven lined up to the left of Viss. Chucked on in the backfield. High snap, bobbled by Viss. He gathers himself, tries to make something out of nothing, and sure enough, he does. Scrambles up the middle of the field, gets a finishing block by Burgess and into the end zone on just some Houdini magic for that 39-yard broken play touchdown, Carson Viss.
I think we talked about the 4,000 fans on the Sailor side. We're all like, there's probably 4,000 heads just shaking left to right in disbelief of what this kid can do.
He's fluid. He is fluid, isn't he? It looks easy. It looks seamless. And, I mean, any good quarterback would say, all right, let's cover the ball. Let's get on it. Let's eliminate some of the damage. He's like, no, I'm taking it. I'm going to score. And that's what he does best.
Danny Brown just walking along the sidelines. You can only guess what he's saying, but you can see his smile from the field just talking to Carson Viss. Now quarterback coach Adam Burgess talking to him as well. There's a big slap on the chest. You know that you are one heck of a quarterback when you can make a play like that.
Don't go anywhere. 42-6 Sailors. We'll be back right after this. Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone. All right, quick break as we come back. Sailors up big.
Yeah. Carson Viss, as we mentioned, 39-yard touchdown run, making something out of nothing. Bobbled, bad snap, over your head, defense closing in on you, and find a way to not only get back to the line of scrimmage, but bring it all the way to the house. 39-yard run. That drive, 4 plays, 61 yards. Sticking with less than 2-minute touchdowns for consistency. 1 minute and 29 seconds. 6:27 left here in the third quarter. Sailors go up 42-6, keeping that pedal to the floor.
Cam Veltman is the center there, and you're always looking for some coaching materials. That'll be one that they can go over with the high snap. Khalid Poole on the return, trying to make something happen. Bounces off some tackles, eventually brought down by Colson Fenema.
Yeah, we called his name last time on defense. Rowan to Cam, making the stop on 4th down, and he's the first guy down there. Again, just that toughness. You're going down the field on a kickoff, and there's a lot of hard contact, and you know his shoulder's probably not 100%, and so to go down there running as fast as you can, you're showing your teammates how to play the game, and hats off to Rowan for continuing to play football like he's been taught for his whole life.
So Sailors with a greater than 35-point lead. This game should be running clock, if I understand that rule correctly. Wolves running up the middle, brought down by Gavin Bauma. 6 minutes to go in this third quarter, 42-6. South still has a lot of their starters in, with Rowan DeCam and a linebacker. Oh, we got a Sailor down on the field. Gavin Bauma, a guy we've said his name a lot today. Been busy in the backfield, is is down, shaken up. And the great Dee Kisner standing at attention, ready to take care of these players. Gavin Bauma bounces back up on his feet. Maybe just a bit of a dinger on the old head. 3rd, 2nd, and 9 for this Wyoming offense, who's had some success running the ball. They just can't get out of their own way. They've had 6 penalties, 30 yards, false starts, legal procedures, just really hurt them as they've tried to seek for any momentum, finding themselves in 2nd and 3rd and long. Johnson's going to get the snap, going to give it off to Moses Brown. Moses Brown breaks a couple tackles, running hard. Get up to about the 32-yard line. Brought down by Nathan Potter. Nice run. The Wolves running back, wide receiver. Put them in a 3rd and short.
Potter, another sophomore. We've been calling a few underclassmen's name, whether it's freshmen or sophomores, and he's a big kid. 6'3", 235 listed at. Good job sticking your nose in there and bringing him down.
And they are going to get the first down on that Moses Brown run. The juniors played really well for the Wolves today. Jay Johnson lined up at quarterback. We're going to give the ball back to Brown. Brown's going to take it right up the middle, brought down by a handful of Sailors. Pickup of about 2 yards there. Grayson Hunterman leading the charge. And we have not seen Jack Terveen the second half, still being attended to. Hard to see from here, but I wonder if his night is complete.
Yeah, he's facing away from the field at the moment, still on that trainer's table. Doesn't look like he's moved from that spot this entire night. They keep checking out his, looks like his left leg. He does have a brace on that, so I don't know if it's a knee problem or something with his ankle, but unfortunate for him with having a really solid first half.
Johnson's going to give it back to Moses Brown. Moses Brown's going to try to find something. Gets maybe 2 on the right hash. Sailors leading the charge. A couple Sailors leading the charge on defense there. Noah Klump being one of them. As Blackwire mentioned at the beginning of this game, the main strategy was slowing down Terveen. And aside from one run, they contained him fairly well. Terveen has 14 carries, 131 yards, and a touchdown, the only touchdown for Wyoming. So he's got his yards, but the Sailors have stopped him when they needed to and really shut down the rest of this Wolf attack. Would it be Wolf attack? Wyoming Wolves? The Wolf attack?
Wolves.
The Wolves, so the Wolf attack? Come on, Michigan grad, you tell me.
When it's Wolves plural, I think it just stays Wolves.
All right. Caleb Poole getting the snap, running to the left-hand side. Cam Veltman was in on the tackle. Good movement for the defensive lineman, getting to the outside, making the tackle. The shifty tailback, Caleb Poole.
One of the things Coach Blackwire talked about at the beginning of the game was having a set of linemen, team of linemen for offense and a team of linemen for defense. And Cam Veltman starting center. He's going to be obviously on offense there, and looks like they're getting some subs in. And nice play stepping up when you get your shot on D.
Yep, big 3rd down stop. Wolves on for the kick on this 4th and 9. High punt, almost blocked. It's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Sailors are going to get the ball in great field possession again. And South really hasn't started the ball in poor field position all night, aside from that 4th down stop. It's been really getting things going close to the 50 every time.
Yeah, that will obviously pay dividends, not having to march down, whether it's 75, 80-plus yards, but Sailors have not had trouble with whatever field position they've had tonight.
So Viss still in the game. He's going to give it off to DeHaan on the play-action pass. Tries to make a man miss. Tackle there by Rodriguez. Flag on the field. Looks like this one is coming back. Chad, are you at all surprised Viss is still in the game?
I am a little bit. And you got a 1:29. I think, I don't know if Austin Burgess, the backup quarterback, if he plays, he's a sophomore, and I'm not 100% confident that he plays with the JV team, and so you've got the 5-quarter rule in play, and so if he played last night, Thursday night, he's got 4 quarters in, he's got 1 quarter of eligibility left, so potentially we'll see him coming up, and it does look like he's warming up here, so they've done a good job of protecting Carson. I like that play call. A nice screen pass, take the defensive's aggression and use it against them. Charlie DeHaan hasn't really been in the game, in terms of offense. We haven't really called his name a whole lot tonight. Haven't really had to when you have drives that go only a couple plays, but good play call. Unfortunately, there Tim Gilhood just caught hands a little bit outside of the chest plate, and yeah, we could see that from here all the way across the field, and got called for that holding penalty.
Yes, interesting insight there on the 5th quarter. You can play 4 at JV, get 1 at varsity. So there, I'm sure, he'll be in to start this 4th quarter. As Viss, maybe you get 1, maybe 2 more plays on this 1st and 8. The penalty, calling it back. This is not Osterhaven. Check that. Cashin Van Solkema with a nice carry. Eventually brought down by Latavion White. 15-yard carry there for Van Solkema. Hey, Calvin, his inaugural season continues tomorrow. Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of the Knights' inaugural football season. Catch the action when the Knights travel to Anderson down in Indianapolis tomorrow at 1:15 p.m. on MichiganSportsRadio.com. Probably 2 more snaps for the Sailors. Van Solkema again with the carry, run up the left-hand side. He's going to get about 10 on that run. Brought down by Donnie Petrie Jr. on the tackle. A couple nice carries.
Yeah, you like to see that. Cashin's a lot of times been used in the passing game, and Osterhaven typically the primary runner when they're putting the ball on the ground, and good to build confidence in him. Good to see Cashin being a junior. That's good to see. Again, you got some good youth, good depth. Osterhaven being a sophomore, Cashin and Solkema being a junior. Kind of a good 1-2 punch. A little bit like we might see hopefully tomorrow from you and my Wolverines, and Sunday as well. David Johnson to Jameer Gibbs.
All right, then we got an injured Wolf on the field here. Latavion White was down on that tackle. It looks like he is getting back up, attended to. We've got, companies like Rapid Line Inc., Wolverine Coil Spring Co., Digital Tool and Die are hiring. Check out the standing page on MichiganSportsRadio.com, brought to you by Precision Metal Forming for all the great jobs and opportunities there. Some real cool career opportunities there. And looks like the Sailor offense is going to get 1 more snap here before the 4th quarter, at least Carson Viss likely, for these ones. Up 42-6. Clock is running again. Following the injury. 15 seconds going to the play clock. 3 wide. This is going to take the snap. Going to give it off to Van Solkema. Van Solkema carries it up the middle. Host of Wolves in on the tackle. Joseph Awatar in on the tackle. That penalty was South Christian's first penalty, going a few plays back. So, 4th quarter is back after this. Likely see a new quarterback and some younger faces as well. So don't go anywhere. Catch all the action. 42-6 Sailors on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us. forward.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
And as we are back to the start of this fourth quarter, for a real exciting night for the South Christian football team. Community nights, amazing turnout. A few folks hitting the exits for the start of this fourth quarter. But overall, stadium bleachers have been absolutely packed. Great energy, and South Christian Sailors football team has really delivered, up 42-6. As we mentioned, as Chad mentioned here, Austin Burgess in at quarterback, the sophomore, is going to get some much valuable snaps. As Cashin Van Salkema is probably going to get the majority of the carries here.
Good patience by Van Salkema there, not trying to bounce it outside. Typically we'll see a young running back try to do that. There's nothing there. He actually waited for some blocks to develop in the line, saw a hole. Nice gain, pickup of 5 yards. We'll take it, 3rd and short.
3rd and short for this sophomore quarterback. Handful of reserves in the game for the Sailors. Josiah Delane out at the wide out slot. Number 10, Daniel Egler. And Burgess is going to keep it on the read option. Going to try to make a move, miss a tackle. He's going to be real close to the first down. It looks like they are going to give it to him. Nice 3rd down run for the sophomore. Brought down by Kaysen Merchant Savala. Also in for the Sailors at wide receiver, Trevor Hemholt. He's going to be lining up at the bottom of your screen. Of course, a host of new offensive linemen in this game as well. Jackson Ronaldo at left tackle. Chuck DeHaan still in the game. Van Salkema with the carry. He's got a nice hole. Going to ram over a couple Wolves defenders for about an 8-9 yard carry. Julian Tisano in on the tackle for the Wolves. Nice couple runs here. Cash Van Salkema.
He's got to be hungry for the end zone. Good to see. Keep running the ball. Hopefully the Sailors keep sticking with that. Like we said, a couple nice runs. Give him a well-deserved touchdown.
Cashin Van Salkema had 3 carries against Grand Rapids Christian week 1. Didn't get any week 2 or 3 against EGR or West Catholic, so good to see him get in the game today. 9:55 to go, 2nd and 2. Burgess, Van Salkema lined up backfield. Going to give it to Van Salkema up the right-hand side. Nice hole by that offensive line on that zone blocking. Right tackle, left guard cleared the way. He's going to get Van Salkema, put him at about the 1 yard line. 1st and goal for the Sailors.
Yeah, Chuck DeHaan, too, from that Y tight end position. Nice kick-out block, allowing Cashin to go between him and that tackle and guard and go find 10 yards and give himself another 2 more to go find 6.
I think you're right. I think you give the ball to 22. Cashin Van Salkema here, let him get in the end zone. Coming in also on that offensive line, right guard, Grayson Hunderman still in the game. False start by the center, get a little excited. Cam Veltman snapped it a little early. False start, South Christian. 2nd penalty. 2 penalties coming late here in the 2nd half for what's been a pretty clean game for the South Christian Sailors on offense.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell there if he was double clapping or if there were some words. Just kind of interesting what transpired there. Hopefully clean it up.
South Christian has 12 first downs, 3 for 3 on 3rd, 1 for 1, 100% on 4th down as well. And a really good game by the South Christian offense. So Burgess is going to take the snap. He's going to give it to Van Salkema on the right-hand side. Similar play to what got him onto the 1 yard line. It's going to put him about the 3. Brought down eventually by Joseph Awatar for the Wolves. 2nd and goal. 8 minutes. Clock is running. You see that nice little push there by Chuck DeHaan, telling Van
we know
Salkema
who the ball might be going to.
Tell him, get this in the end zone, son. Chuck DeHaan, the 6'1" senior, telling his junior teammate, let's push this in. He's gonna be close. Contact initially made by Julian Tisano in the backfield. Van Salkema pushed ahead. He's at about the 5-inch line. Gonna be 3rd and inches for the Sailors. I think DeHaan's gonna let him hear that in film tomorrow.
He's close.
He's close, yeah. Third down, probably 2 tries here. I also think you'd like to see Burgess get some passing attempts in here as well. Opportunity to get some good reps throwing the ball. I know they're up big, but it's understandable to get the 3s and 4s, some good reps. So Van Salkema's going to take the snap, gets hit in the backfield enough to, I think, lean in. Touched, yeah, we're getting a call from the bottom side. Referee, touchdown. Cash and Van Salkema finally bulldozes his way in. Put the Sailors up 48-6.
Well deserved. Good way to reach over the goal line and put another 6 on the board for them.
Saul on for the kick. He's been perfect today as well. Another highlight. At this level, you can't take that for granted. Wyatt Saul in. Any announcer jinx? Nope, he's good. Perfect today. South Christian Sailors up 49-6. We got 6 minutes, 52 seconds left to go in this game. Tune in for the rest of the 4th quarter right after this break. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Attention football fans, whether you're here to cheer on your team or just enjoying the game, don't forget to check out Big O Smokehouse for the best smoked fish around. As a small, independently owned business, Big O Smokehouse believes in the power of community and quality. That's why our locally produced, high-protein smoked fish is the perfect, delicious snack to fuel your game day excitement. Visit our little old marketplace in Caledonia for all your favorite smoked seafood products or find a retail location near you at bigosmokehouse.com.
Welcome back here as we look to wrap up this 4th quarter. Hey, a couple of scores around the league, games we're looking to pay attention to. Unity Christian up 30-14 on Forest Hill Central. Of course, Forest Hill Central opponent next week for the Sailors. Unity a couple weeks after that. So we got some great games ahead of us there, but that's a matchup we're definitely watching closely. Northview down 3 points to East Grand Rapids, 27-24. Great night of football taking place throughout West Michigan. Forest Hills Eastern up 22-6 on Grand Rapids Christian. As Wyatt kicks it deep, fielded about the 2-yard line. Moses Brown on the return, brought down by Fenema. East Kentwood up 21-7 on West Ottawa, where we're playing tonight. Byron Center down 6-14 against Mona Shores. Another good matchup here as well.
Yeah, Bryce. Touchdown capped off by Casham and Salkema, 1-yard touchdown run. Longest drive of the night for the Sailors, 11 plays, 55 yards, 7:16 with a running clock, but well done for them with maybe the 2s and 3s putting it in, but Sailors up 49-6, 6:52 left in the game. That running clock continues.
Backup quarterback for the Wolves, Jaden Dietrich, and at quarterback, Carey Cash Van Salkema in on the tackle, carried by Moses Brown. He's been busy the second half.
Yeah, Cashin coming in right where he left out on offense and making a nice play. Coming down from that, looks like he's playing middle linebacker and bringing him down with some force.
Tim Gielhood, another senior, lining up at safety. As you said, Cash Van Salkema in at linebacker, Brady Van Noord in at the other linebacker. Grayson Hunterman still in the game, along with Tyson Lambert on the defensive line. Chuck DeHaan, Colson Fenema at left end as well. Dietrich on the carry. Going to go up the left-hand side, breaks a tackle up the sideline. Eventually brought down by Daniel Egler, but a real nice carry for the backup quarterback. 37 yards.
Yeah, as he's the backup's mainly in. Your job is to make sure that there's no more points put up on that board. You got some pride to play for as well. And they've got 39 yards left to go. But your job certainly play disciplined football, wrap up, make a tackle, do your job. And it's always nice to put yourself on the stat sheet too.
Next week, Wyoming's got the Zeeland East Chicks, as they'll go down 1-3 in this matchup. Dietrich on the carry to the right-hand side, brought down by Cash and Van Salkema, who's had a nice second half on both sides of the ball. But hopefully Carlton Brewster saw enough tonight. Hopefully he saw something that can give his team at least a little bit of momentum going into the rest of the season. 1-3 now. Win against West Ottawa, and then a couple blowouts before and after that. And the schedule doesn't get any easier for these Wolves, but as Brewster said at the beginning of the season, it's just quarter by quarter progressing more and more, and hopefully some good things we're seeing tonight.
Yeah, that schedule not easy for any opponent, whether you're the Sailors or the Wolves. It's OK conference looking pretty tough.
Tim Gielhood on the tackle. Yeah, it is a top to bottom one of the best conferences in West Michigan. Just really, really good teams each week. Matchups are going to be fantastic. And so this is a game that the Sailors, you want to come out, make no mistakes, get better at the things that weren't as polished weeks 1 through 3. I think the Sailors definitely did that tonight, but I know Danny Brown. You know Danny Brown. He's going to find some things. The rest of his coaching staff is going to find some things to coach on as they go into the week of practice for the big one next week. Dietrich on the carry, lowers his shoulder, sticks Josiah DeLange on that run. He's run hard in his minutes here in the fourth quarter. Jaden Dietrich, the sophomore quarterback for the Wolves, likely the future quarterback for this program. Getting some good carries in the second half. There's only been 3 catches in this game for the Wolves. Tisano with 2 catches. White with 1. One of those catches went for -4 yards, so totaling 4 yards. Also 2 picks. So Sailors have shut down the aerial attack throughout the evening. Gain of 1 yard for Dietrich. Colson Fenema in on the tackle. Minute 46, maybe two, 3 more plays here for this Wolves offense. Stay tuned for the post-game show brought to you by Bice Electric. We'll go over some of the scoring, a lot of the scoring from tonight, as well as some key stats, in-game, post-game analysis as well. And then, of course, Chad's got to give out the Big O Smokehouse Player of the Game. So I'm sure his wheels are turning right now trying to figure out who that's going to be. There's a lot of good choices this evening. Caleb Poole on the carry up the left-hand side. Tries to get outside, but eventually brought down by the senior Tim Gielhood. Nice open field tackle from him.
Very nice tackle. Go through him. Roll them. They call that hawk tackling, so you're tackling the player once you make contact, you roll him on the ground, you twist those legs up, he's not going to go anywhere, and Tim did exactly that. That's picture perfect for any of the young kids that might be in the stands watching. Well done.
What'll be the last play of the game? It's 3rd and 5. Hopefully they'll take a shot. No, they're going to run the ball. Nice move in the backfield to avoid a tackle, but eventually brought down and swarmed by South Christian. Number 58, Nathan Potter, amongst others, leading the way on that 3rd down carry. That'll likely be the last play of this game, unless the Wolves want to get one more. It looks like they're not going to. So nice win for the Sailors to go 4-0. I think tonight's win outcome, maybe not as surprising. Of course, the first 3 weeks, beating rival Grand Rapids Christian, going into Houseman Field, beating the Pioneers, and then last week, great one at West Catholic. Sailors are 4-0, kicking off OK Gold Conference play. Another nice win tonight. Good production by many parties. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the Beist post-game show when we return to Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
You need electrical, technology, or engineering services? Look no further than Beist. Beist has been powering West Michigan businesses for 60 years. Since 1964, their team of employee owners has been committed to raising the standard in the electrical industry and beyond. Beist is rooted in faith, service to others, a strong work ethic, integrity, and continuous improvement. The Beist team feels blessed to be part of the Byron Center community and support South Christian High School football. Go Sailors!
Alrighty, folks, that's a wrap here at Falcon Stadium. South Christian Sailors knock off the Wyoming Wolves 49-6. An impressive performance by the South Christian Sailors. Offense, defense, special teams with the first kick return for a touchdown on the opening play. And that was just that. Owen Burgess with the 75-yard return right to kick off this game. Put the Sailors up 7-0. We quickly came back and caught a 39-yard touchdown pass coming off of the Noah Klump interception to put the Sailors up 2 scores, 14-0. Osterhaven returned the favor with another touchdown following a 39-yard pass from Carson Viss to Tyler Brinks. Three-play, 50-yard drive for 1 minute and 9 seconds. Put the Sailors up 21-0. Scoring didn't stop there. This had a 1-yard touchdown run that capped off a 7-play, 48-yard drive, going up 28-0. Wolves were able to get on the board with a Jack Turvine 60-yard touchdown run, 3-play, 74-yard drive. Put the Wolves on the board. They did not convert on the point after to keep the score at 28-6. And then after that, in the second quarter, Viss hit Burgess on a deep 89-yard touchdown pass, 2 plays, 89 yards, following a Brody Schultz interception, putting the Sailors up 35-6. This was on the board again for a 39-yard scamper, coming off of some classic Carson Viss magic, taking a high snap that went over his head and making something out of nothing as he's been doing all year. 39-yard touchdown run, putting the Sailors up 42-6, and then the last touchdown came from an 11-play, 55-yard drive that took 7 minutes and 16 seconds with some running clock. Van Salkema pounded it in for a 1-yard touchdown there to put the final score on the scoreboard at 49-6, and that is how we ended it. Just an impressive performance all around for the South Christian Sailors. Special teams, of course, very few mistakes. Only 2 penalties that came at the end of the third quarter and then in the fourth quarter in the kind of mop-up duty, whereas the Wolves had multiple penalties that will really drive killers throughout the game, especially when they were trying to get some momentum, trying to get things running, and they just kind of continued to shoot themselves in the foot and just couldn't make something happen following those penalties. So another good win for the Sailors. Of course, next week you have the Rangers of Forest Hills Central in a big showdown tonight, and then following that you have the Zeeland East Chicks, who, quick scoreboard update there for those tuning in and interested. Zeeland West knocks off Zeeland East 28-13 in the Bird, I think it's called the Bird Bowl. out there in Zealand up by the lakeshore. So OK Gold is going to be a lot of fun this year. Chad, what did you see from tonight's game? What did you like? What were some of the things maybe that the team can work on?
Yeah, obviously when you're scoring as quickly as South did, everything is seemingly working for you on offense. Good to see some runs and putting the ball in through runs, Viss, Osterhaven, and Salkema, and mixing it up, throwing the ball. Special teams touchdown, always fun. And when you start that off the first play of the game, that's pretty good. Some penalties and things that you gotta clean up. I think you're gonna hold Wyoming to no score when you're making tackles and staying disciplined there. And Danny Brown and the rest of this coaching staff are going to continue to preach that pursuit of perfection. And it's not just a perfect record, it's perfection on each and every play. There's always room for improvement for all of these players on the field, whether you're Carson Viss and the number of touchdowns he scores, or the guy that got in for 1 or 2 plays tonight. Everybody's got room for improvement. And I think that's going to be the message. But discipline, getting after it. Like you said, Bryce, ready for a big matchup coming next week. And Sailors better be ready because continued tough schedule will be on us next week Friday against the Rangers.
There's definitely some things to clean up, as you mentioned, but really good for the South Christian Sailors in the air. 243 total passing yards. Wyoming only had 4, as we mentioned, but the Wolves outgained the Sailors on the ground, 248 to 150. Total yardage for both teams, 393 for the Sailors, 252 for the Wolves. 2 interceptions for Wyoming were backbreakers, and then the one costly mistake that Carson Viss made was his interception in the second quarter. Penalties were a problem for the Wolves, 6 penalties for 30 yards, and the Sailors' defense was stout on third down, holding the Wolves to a 3 for 13 third down conversion there. So another impressive matchup, or another impressive game for the South Christian Sailors. Stuff for Danny to work on. The question that everyone's waiting for, though, is who's going to be the Big O Smokehouse player of the game? Chad, who do you got?
Yeah, this one's a tough one. Obviously, both Carson Viss and Owen Burgess had stellar games. You start off with a kick return for a touchdown. You can't ask for a better start to the game. Some huge explosive plays. To me, I think Carson Viss, just the true game changer. He's putting the ball on a dot to Owen Burgess' hands on that slant, on the big pass, making some magic happen. We're all shaking our heads while running on the ground. So for me, my Big O Smokehouse player of the game will be Carson Viss tonight.
Okay, you heard it here first. Carson Viss, Big O Smokehouse player of the game. If you're looking for a post-game delicious meal, check out Big O Smokehouse tonight. All right, well, that's going to do it for us here at Falcon Stadium at East Kentwood High School. Appreciate everyone listening. We thank you for a great night. Thank you, Todd Skrotenboer, for doing the video, the production, amazing work, and his team over here. And, of course, the great Tim Chenoweth on the stats. And thank you to Chad Hooksma coming in the booth tonight, stepping in for Garrison. Hopefully he'll be back. I'm going to push him and pressure him to be back on October 4th for another game as well, where Garrison will not be able to be with us. So if anyone sees him, tell him he's got to do this and put the pressure on him. But if not, we'll find somebody who can do it with us. Garrison will be back with us next week for the big matchup against the Rangers. Thanks so much, everybody, for an amazing evening and another 49-6 South Christian victory over the Wyoming Wolves. Tune in to Michigan Sports Radio next week for the matchup against Forest Hill Central. Thanks for listening. Everyone have a great night.
For 85 years, Sobey Company has been a premier commercial construction contractor specializing in everything from walls and ceilings to floors and insulation. We have been part of almost every large commercial construction project in West Michigan, including the newly constructed South Christian High School, Byron Center Christian renovations, and 2 expansion projects at Dutton Christian. Our skilled and talented craftsmen can make any interior dream you have on a construction